Bengal Nation, I'm Celeste Kalmbach.
And I'm Jordan Lindsay.
And welcome to BHS Now. Our Queen of the Jungle comes to you from our first podcast with an update on sports.
What is up, guys? I'm your Queen of the Jungle, Amina Hall, and welcome to The Jungle, the brand new podcast to talk about all things sports here at Braswell. Today's date is Friday, January 24th, 2020, and let's get started with the weekly rundown. Last week, both our boys and girls swim teams became district champs. Congratulations to both of their coaches for being named Coach of the Year. Also, the regional championship is on January 31st and February 1st. Tuesday night, our girls soccer team lost to Wichita Falls 2-1. Tonight they play at Sherman at 7:15, and their district starts next Friday with the game against Little Elm at home, so make sure to mark your calendars. On Tuesday, our boys team beat Wichita Falls 3-0. Tonight they play Princeton at home at 5:30, and next Friday their district opener is away at Little Elm at 7:15. Your number 8 ranked girls basketball team beat the Colony last Friday to become 6-0 in district. Tonight they play Little Elm at home at 5:45 to start their second round of district, and next Tuesday they play at Lake Dallas at 5:45. Our boys basketball team, who's now 4-1 in district, beat the Colony last Friday. Tonight they play Little Elm to end their first round of district at home at 7 p.m. On Tuesday they play at Lake Dallas at 7 p.m. And now, time for some individual recognition. Yay! Last weekend, 3 members of the girls soccer team received great honors as they were picked for the Ice Bowl All-Tournament team. Congratulations to Abby Hill, Josie Marshall, and Kaylee Weirman. Keep up the good work, ladies. And that's all we have for today. Make sure to come back next Friday for more sports updates. I'm Amina Hall, your Queen of the Jungle. Thanks for listening, and let's go Bengals!
Now let's head over to the Teacher's Lounge with Jordan and Arian, where teachers share the craziest thing they have seen or heard in the classroom.
Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you.
The craziest thing that has ever happened to me in my classroom, even though I wasn't there for it, was a sub hooked up a Xbox to my projector and the kids played Xbox all day.
It's probably vaulting over desks, frantically trying to get to my mouse to stop a Romeo and Juliet movie before the students saw nudity.
One of my most memorable moments as a teacher is when a student told me that I was the reason that she didn't harm herself. She was someone that I checked on every day. I said hi to her, asked her how her day was going, and she said I'm the reason that she's alive today.
One of my most memorable moments teaching would be my first year teaching way back in 2008. I taught junior English, and junior year is notoriously a really difficult year. So one of my students had stayed up all night working on a physics project, and he didn't eat anything, but he drank an obscene amount of energy drinks, probably 8. So he walks up to my desk, and as he's up front, he passes out, falls straight on the floor. And everyone was shocked, and I went to help him up because he woke up immediately. And then right when I touched his hand, he fell back down and passed out again. And so one of the students in my class was a football player, as was the student who passed out, so they knew each other pretty well. He picked him up like a baby and just carried him down the hallway to get to the nurse. And I've just never seen someone pick up pretty much a grown man that way. It was pretty impressive. But turns out, you shouldn't be drinking energy drinks to excess, especially when your heart is still developing, because it's bad for your heart and you might pass out.
Most memorable moment of my teaching career has to do with X-Acto knives. I taught my students the caution and how to take care of X-Acto knives without hurting themselves. And as the project went on, they're like, Miss Milton, he's bleeding. I'm okay, we'll go wash it and put a Band-Aid on it. And all good. Like, no, he's bleeding. And I'm like, okay, what? And I look over, and the X-Acto knife is in the arm, and the blood is going everywhere. So we rushed him, but he was okay. So that's my most memorable moment of my teaching career.
Chad and Dre tell us how to become a trainer on year 4.
2020. Year.
I became a trainer because initially I was at another school and all of my friends were in the sports medicine program. So when I transferred to Braswell, it was on my schedule. And I didn't change my schedule because I ended up liking it.
Injuries are really fascinating and I like helping people a lot.
I was hurt once and I understand being out from athletics, it's not fun. So whatever I can do to help that athlete get back as fast as possible brings me joy to my job.
To be a trainer, you need to have a love for sports so that way when athletes are playing, you can really, focus on what's going on and make sure nobody's getting hurt. And you also want to be there to cheer on your school and show school spirit.
To become a Braswell student athletic trainer, you have to take the Sports Medicine 1 class. Once you pass that class, you can apply to the program with an essay and references. Once you've been accepted, you do an orientation and you're in.
This week on Draylin in the Halls, Draylin finds out if you're still committed to your New Year's resolution.
What's your goal for 2020?
To graduate.
What's your goal for 2020?
My goal for 2020 is start my own brand, live life good, positivity.
What's your goal for 2020?
2020, to make it the best year yet.
Pass my classes so I can play soccer.
To stay positive. To make some money.
My goal for 2020 is to be successful and to stay positive.
To be less disrespectful. At all times.
To have good grades.
My goal for 2020 is to be successful and learn how not to procrastinate.
My goal for 2020 is to be successful and make good grades.
So what are your goals for 2020?
I'm getting money all 2020.
Man, I'm just living life like Larry.
That's all for today. Follow us on Twitter at BHS Now to keep in touch, and we'll see you next week.
In the meantime, stay classy, Bengal Nation, and remember, history takes place here at Braswell every day, and we're here to cover it.